2 weeks ago, I won an auction for a beat-up LTD EXPLORER on eBay for a pretty good price. I paid immediately and proceeded to make a video about it, which I posted the next morning. Hours later, the seller sent me a message saying they no longer wanted to sell the guitar. Some viewers thought the seller saw my video and wanted more money. Some people said he got a higher local offer. I think he was expecting to sell it for more than he did and wanted more money from me. First, they said they meant to put an $8,500 reserve price on it and accidentally didn't, and they didn't mean for it to sell. Then they said they were just looking for an appraisal through eBay. They also said they're new to eBay and didn't understand exactly how it all worked, but after looking into their profile, they've been a member since 2016 and have recent feedback going back years. Then they tried to get me to send more money to them, which I would never do. All of their excuses and requests went against eBay's rules and regulations. After a few messages back and forth, they did send the guitar, and it now has arrived. Alright guys, welcome to the conclusion to the LTD EXPLORER saga. The guitar has arrived. I'm going to pop it open right now. We're going to find out if it arrived safely or not. Apparently it was disassembled before it was shipped, so not a big deal. Just hoping that the neck hardware is actually in the box here, so let's get this cut open. Being that the person kind of reluctantly sent this guitar, I was a little nervous, so I normally don't open guitars outside here, and I usually don't wear gloves if it's somebody that seems trustworthy, but I don't know, just because, like I said, the person put up kind of a fight and didn't want to sell the guitar after I had won it on eBay, so I figured probably better to be safe than sorry, do this outside. I'm hoping there's nothing weird inside this box. The guitar is gonna, you know, who knows what they have done to it if they wanted to retaliate in some way. But then again, the ultimate retaliation would have just been not to ship it at all, so. All right, here we go. Here's the neck. Oh yeah, and it's been pretty messed up over the years. It'll definitely need a new nut. Check this out. Yeah, see, the nut is like super chewed up. You can actually see some type of nail coming out of the bottom here. That's not a good sign. Never is a good sign to see a nail coming out of the neck when it touches the headstock. Yeah, you can see that this edge has been broken off before. There's a line going down. So when I take it, and there's also a used stamp. I've seen that before. Sometimes factories put that on there. It's like a second or you know, refurbished. So the paint job looks really old. Not that good of a paint job. Maybe it's because of its age. Lots of gouges and dings, and all repairable though so far. Everything I'm looking at, repairable. Goto tuners, that's a good sign. Somebody told me that some of these were actually made in Japan, and this person said that they're the original owner of this guitar. I was reading the description more, and it did say they were the original owner, and it said that they've had it since '87, and as far as I know, LTD was not making guitars in '87. So I'm gonna do some more research and find out if that's possibly true. But I did have someone else on Instagram say that some of these were made in Japan. So check the serial number. I don't see a serial number anywhere on this. Usually a lot of the LTDs have it up at the headstock. I was thinking maybe it'd be at the heel here, where, you know, I'm seeing some breakage here on the side, where the neck sits in there, a little bit of breakage on that piece, so I'll have to fill that in. Really ugly paint job. This is like making me sick looking at it. Disgusting. Some type of dripping splatter dripping down the front of it. There's a sticker that says 30th anniversary. And, you know, the title of the sale, it said 30th anniversary guitar, LTD ESP. But clearly this is not a 2005 model. He's claiming it's an '87. As far as I know, they really made these during 98, 99, 2000 era. So that's what I think this is. I can see it's got a set of EMGs. They look a little toasty. But I'm actually working on a project where I'm going to be painting some EMGs. So maybe I'll use these in that guitar. But it looks pretty straightforward. Pretty much what I expected. All kinds of crazy stuff written on the back, carved into it. You can see someone really had their fun with it over the years. Okay, and then I just found a bag here that's got the ESP neck plate. It actually says ESP, not LTD. That's pretty cool. Wonder if that's a sign that it was an older model. Found the Tune-O-Matic, which is actually in excellent condition. This might be a replacement. And the stop bar, again, excellent condition. Looks like it's got a serious radius to it, so I'm going to check the radius on this. Check the radius on that fretboard and see if they match. Also, there's a white nut in here, which I'm not going to use this, but I wonder if that's an original or he switched it to that black one there, and that's why the black one's so chewed up. And then we got the 4 screws too to mount the neck. So it looks like it's totally salvageable. This is going to be something that's going to be a pretty big project, but I'm going to do just a straightforward restoration and add this to my personal collection. I'm going to be selling the current Black Explorer that I have, which is an Epiphone Explorer. The Epiphones are excellent. They're great guitars. They're set neck. They're solid guitars, but I love the LTD guitars, especially from what I think this era is, the late 90s. Doesn't say the country of origin, doesn't give me any information, so for all I know, this could even be a knockoff. But I'll put it together, find out how it plays, and if it's good, it's staying. Just gonna restore it, original, all black, probably refret it. These frets, some of them look decent, but I do see some wear on them, and they just look so dirty, and maybe they could be polished back up. I don't know, we'll see how it goes, but definitely gonna refinish this thing, rewire it, all that good stuff. I want to say the 12th fret inlay looks a lot different than any of the other LTDs that I've had. I'm going to look into that. I could see somebody also really scraped up the fretboard in some spots. So maybe I will pull the frets, resand the whole fretboard, get it really nice. I mean, I would love this thing to look beautiful and brand new, so might have to go all out on it. I'll reuse these Goto tuners though, because that's my favorite brand right there. And I'll also be checking that Tune-O-Matic and see if I can find any numbers on it that I can cross-reference and find out if that's a good brand too. Maybe that's a Goto bridge. Even though I'm going to be disassembling the guitar again to sand it, I had to put it together to look at it, and of course get some photos for the gram. And I gotta say, it looks a lot better put together than it did in pieces. I love that iconic ESP Explorer shape, but this thing's going to take a ton of work to get up to my standards. I want it to look brand new like it was from the factory. So what I'm going to be doing is doing a step-by-step rebuild of this guitar, and I'm going to be featuring it on Season 4 of Trash to Thrash. Each week when I rebuild a guitar, I'll have a small segment at the end of each episode where I'm going to be showing the updates of what I've been doing to this guitar. I'm hoping by the end of the season I can reveal the finished version. I'll also be doing a weekly step-by-step rebuild of this guitar on my Patreon exclusively. Each step of the way will be its own video breaking down everything I know about sanding, painting, wiring, assembling, everything. So be sure to sign up to my Patreon account to get those videos. Also, now that this guitar is in my hands, the Black Epiphone Explorer that I currently have is going to be up for sale. I'll be posting a video in the next week or two to let you guys know a few guitars that I'm going to be selling right now. I think I have 3 or 4 guitars that are really cool guitars that I got in on trade deals, so I'm looking to trade or sell them. And I'll have a video up before the next season of Trash to Thrash begins showing these guitars. So thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next video. Rock on, my friends.